Shemate everybody. In this video I want to talk about LP position management and overall optimization of your LP experience. I will actually talk about a browser. This is where we all LP, and I always use different profiles for different kind of things, and for crypto purposes and Meteora LP I used one specific profile, and it became way harder to manage all these positions, all the windows, because I had way too much tabs open. Then I used max spaces for it, and the performance of my computer got down because the resources that Chromium browser using, it's just incredible. They use way too much. I used ways how to optimize this, and I came up with two solutions, and actually one of the solutions that I will show you today is currently my final step to optimize my LP game. So let's jump into it. Before we jump into my final setup, let me show you how I LP before. As I told you right now, I used the Chrome profile. Here you see it, I call it Meteora. I reduced my profile only to Meteora stuff. All my bookmarks and everything that I need only for LP. I can focus on the right thing, and I'm not confused with other stuff. And I also had just one wallet, just need one wallet for it. I have a second wallet installed. When something happened with Soulflare, for example, I have Phantom, but it's deactivated, so I will activate it when it's needed. I have like my main window where I have stuff like Ultra LP and other links, dashboards and so on. And for other LP positions, I have my max spaces. I use spaces to separate or put windows there. And I always like 50-50 view, where I have on the right side Meteora, and on the left side I have a deck screener where I check the chart. When I need JMJN, I just also open it in a separate window so I can look at the chart when needed. This is how I actually do. And for all of my positions, I'm using dedicated spaces to watch and monitor all of my positions. So this was my previous setup before I came up with a new solution, which is way better to use and way easier. I searched for a better browser actually, and if you're familiar with the Arc browser, which was one of the browsers that came up with a new sidebar, way cleaner design, more usability features, but it had a downside. It was out of support, so the developer is not supporting the browser anymore. So I searched for an alternative, and I came to the Zen browser, which is actually cloning the user experience, the great features and overall look and feel, and it's based on the Firefox browser, which I'm not the biggest fan of Firefox, but because I'm using it just for some of the websites I'm using to LP, it is a no-brainer for me, that because the positive sides of the Firefox browser are shining here. So let me explain a little bit how the user experience work and how I using it for my daily LP. So as you see here, this browser does not have this typical top bar that actually every browser in the world have, Chrome, Brave, and any other browser, also Firefox. They came up with this sidebar, and the actual websites are always mostly like a full screen from top to bottom, which is pretty nice, and I like this user experience. On the left side, you can also have it on the right side. It's up to you. So on the left side you have the actual address bar, and I will show you like features that I'm actually using. So my top features of the Zen browser, how I'm using them. So we have these priority tabs or essential bar, how they're calling it. This is the place where you can have URLs where you can just click on them and you go directly to the site. This is not like a usual tab. It's like a dedicated website where you can just jump and just have a quick access to your to websites you're using very often. So for example, Ultra LP, I just click on it and I'm directly in Ultra LP. And when I want to use LP agent, I just click to the LP agent and I'm directly into it. When I use Meteora, I just click on Meteora, and so on. So it's very easy to have quick access to a specific website. So, and this is not like a usual tab. And when you, for example, wanna pin something else, for example, we have deck screener. You want a deck screener, quick access to the deck screener, so you can set it like essential tab. You can have 12 of them, and then you have Ultra LP. You go to the deck screener, see how easy it is. On the below the essential tabs, you have spaces. I will explain you how it is working in a second. And you also can pin tabs. So pin tab, like every browser, you have these features, and below the pin tabs you have your usual tabs here. So because it's horizontally, it's way better for scrolling, and you see when you have a lot of tabs open, you see the actual names, and they are like not like tiny when you have a lot of them. So this is actually a pretty nice thing. And you have these spaces, and the spaces is where you can have many of them. So for example, I have this other space where I only have dashboards, for example. So it's another stack of tabs. You have the same essential tabs, but the tabs are different. For example, here I have my dashboards where I'm searching for new tokens and so on. So I have them pretty quick accessible through this space. And for example, when I do research, I have a space called research, and I have all the wallets that I'm looking at sometimes, so all other websites where I do research, and I have them accessible through this space. And you can have many of them. So this is, for example, empty one. Then you can just browse, for example, I call it like browse. So I just put quickly any website that I need to search or need to quickly look at, and so on and so on. And you can create these spaces. So you can just create a new one, for example, social. So when you go to and research on Twitter and any other website, so go and create a new one just dedicated for Twitter, for X, or any other platform. So and look how easy it is. So I have my LP space where I only have my LP stuff, and so on. So, and it's great to manage and switch, and you don't have any tab like a mess, and you don't understand how to find them. So it's a really nice thing to have. Let's go to the next feature that I love, is these actual split screens. So as I showed you before, ILP on Meteora, and I want the chart to be directly on a site to look at, like deck screener, for example. And I can move it, I can have it like this. On the left side, I always have the deck screener, and on the right side, I have Meteora. So, and you see, even though I have multiple monitors, when I LP on the laptop, it's hard to have multiple windows and resizing them, and I can resize every window here. So if I switch to the smaller screen, I can zoom in and zoom out so very quickly. And yeah, you can do that, of course, and to resize and to have a better view on this. For example, when you have, let's go to GMGN, for example, you want to have GMGN here on a separate window. You can have it here, or you also can have it on the below the actual Meteora side. So you have, like, on the left you have the deck screener, on the right you have Meteora, where you can quickly claim fees and create a new position. On the other side, you have like dedicated, you can also have the GMGN URL here. So let's copy that and open it here. So here you have then the actual GMGN chart here on below, and you can have another one on below to have like 4 screens, and you can even resize them how you want. So, and this is how I love to LP. So I have every LP position here, and I can simply switch through them and do LP how I actually like. And when I quickly need access to Ultra LP, I just click Ultra LP and boom, I'm here. And this is how easy it is to have just one screen. It's just my Meteora browser right now. So I have my bookmarks here, I have my tabs, I have my spaces, everything accessible, and I have my split screens, everything in one window. And this is what I really like about it. And of course you have the extensions. You have here the extensions from Firefox. Be aware of it. But most of the wallets are supported by Firefox, so it's not a big deal. And the performance is way better because, you know, the Chromium browsers, they need a lot of power, they need a lot of RAM, so they suck your performance down, and this is something you need to be aware of. And with the Firefox, you have just way better performance here. So this is one of the things that I really like about it. And it's snappy, it has great speed. It's still in beta, but it becomes better and better with every version. So I'm using it, and I didn't had much problems in the last days. Another great feature is the quick view. Let me show you how it works. So if you are, for example, on Meteora website and you're searching for a pool, for example, and you want to quickly see what the actual pool is, you can click with the option key, and you have like an overlaying window where you have the actual website that you just opened, and you have on the left side you have this close, expand as a real tab, and have a split view, and you can quickly see the metrics, everything that you want to see. And if you don't like it, you just close it and you go to the next one. So you just open this one and see if you like it. So it's way easier to quickly access some of the websites, or in this case some of the pools, quickly look if it's the right thing and then closing them. And yeah, this is something I really like when I'm, for example, searching for a pool and I need just quickly see what's behind it, and I don't need to open it in the new tab and so on. So this is much quicker user experience here. And then I can go and open it in the new window and have my actual setup. So yeah, this is the new way I LP, and I really like it. I optimize it here and there, but this setup is actually what I have right now. So, and one little feature that I really like here. So you have a lot of hotkeys here, and one of the hotkeys is Shift Command C. So when I'm on the website with my LP pool and I want to share it with you, I just hit Shift Command C and I have copied the actual URL of this website, and I can share it on Discord and Telegram and so on. So this is a nice little thing that not many browsers, or I didn't use it before in other browsers, and you just save, you don't need to go to the address bar, copy it there. So a lot of clicking and so on. It's just quicker. So yeah, let me know if you like this. And this is my new Meteora browser dedicated for it, and it's called Zen browser. And yeah, this is my new LP setup. Tell me in the comments below if you like it. Tell me about your setup, and yeah, see you in the next video.